Welcome once again to my channel on engineering physics. This is Sanjeev Badhe from KJ Somaiya Institute of Engineering and Information Technology. This is our session number 7, a last session on quantum physics, and in this session we will discuss some applications of quantum physics and we will get introduced to quantum computing. When it comes to the particles of very small size, the classical mechanics fails to explain the behavior of such particles, and we will have to consider the results from quantum mechanics to understand the behavior of such particles. Much of the modern technology operates at this scale where quantum effects are significant, and therefore quantum mechanics finds applications in modern technology. One of the important application is this quantum tunneling, which plays a vital role in electronic devices. Now, what is this quantum tunneling? If you have two metal layers separated from each other with the help of an insulating layer sandwiched between them, then we know electrons cannot pass through from one layer to the other layer, one metal layer to the other metal layer. But an interesting thing is observed when the thickness of this insulating layer is reduced to of the order of 10 to 20 angstroms. When the thickness of the insulating layer is reduced to 10 to 20 angstroms, the electrons can tunnel through the barrier between the two metal layers and can come from one side to the other side. So, this is called as the tunneling effect, and this tunneling effect cannot be explained by using particle nature of electron, and we will have to consider the wave nature of electrons. So, using the results from quantum mechanics only, this tunneling effect can be explained. This tunneling effect is used in different types of applications like flash memory chips, USB drives, or this quantum tunneling is also used to erase the memory cells in these memory chips or USB drives. Magnetoresonance imaging, MRI scanner. These are used to take the images of internal body parts. These MRI scanners have powerful magnets, and these powerful magnets cause the protons of the hydrogen atom in water to align, and the signals given off by these protons are processed and used to build up the picture. So, here also quantum mechanical results are utilized. Lasers work using the quantum mechanical phenomenon which is known as stimulated emission of radiation. So, stimulated emission of radiation is a quantum mechanical phenomenon, and this stimulated emission of radiation can be utilized for light amplification. So, in lasers also the quantum mechanical concept is used. Quantum dots are tiny particles of a semiconductor material with the width of about 50 atoms, so around 50 angstroms. We can control the size of the dot, and with the help of that the light emitted or absorbed by this quantum dot can be precisely controlled. These quantum dots are used in lighting systems, solar cells, light detectors, security markings, etc. These light sensing devices which make use of these quantum dots can be used in modern digital cameras or solar cells. When it comes to nanotechnology, nanoscale means very small size of the order of 10 raised to minus 9 meters, and at this nanoscale for this size particles the quantum effect is dominant. So, to explain the behavior of nanoparticles, this quantum mechanical concepts are used. So, nanoparticles will have the size in this range, few nanometers. And one important application of quantum mechanics is quantum computing. So, let us discuss this quantum computing in the next slide. What is quantum computing? This quantum computing means developing a computer that uses quantum mechanical phenomena to perform operations on data through devices such as superposition and entanglement. Quantum superposition states that, much like waves in classical physics, any two or more quantum states can be added together, that means superposed, and the result will be another valid quantum state. So, this is the meaning of quantum superposition. It says that any two quantum states can be added together and result will be a valid quantum state. And quantum entanglement means it is a quantum mechanical phenomenon in which the quantum states of two or more objects have to be described with reference to each other, even though the individual objects may be spatially separated. This quantum computing uses the power of atoms and molecules to perform the memory and processing tasks. Quantum computing uses quantum bits, which are called as qubits, which can either take value 0 or 1 or both simultaneously. These are the advantages of quantum computing. With the quantum computing, very high speed can be achieved. Use of qubits allows handling number of calculations. So, more number of calculations can be handled with the help of quantum computing. Classical algorithm calculations are also performed. The quantum computers will be very small in size and will need very less power for its functioning. So, very less power consumption will be there. So, these will be the advantages of quantum computing. Now, disadvantages include technology required to implement the quantum computer is not available at the present. So, it is just a theoretical concept. Consistent electron is damaged as soon as it is affected by the environment, and that electron is very much essential for the functioning of the quantum computer. So, this is also one challenge which is to be overcome, and the research on this problem is still going on, and this research will require lot of time, efforts and high cost is involved. So, these are the disadvantages of quantum computing. So, still it is in research stage. So, this will give us a comparison between classical computer and quantum computer. Classical computer, it is a large scale integrated multiple purpose computer, and a quantum computer, it is high speed parallel computer based on quantum mechanics. Classical computer information storage is bit based on voltage or charge. In quantum computer, the information storage is quantum bit based on the direction which is based on the direction of electron spin. In classical computer, the information processing is carried out by logic gate with the help of logic gates, NOT gate, AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, etc. And in quantum computing, this information processing is carried out by quantum logic gates. So, different type of logic gates will be used. In classical computers, circuit behavior is governed by classical physics. In quantum computer, circuit behavior is governed by quantum mechanics. Classical computers use binary codes 0 or 1 to represent the information. Quantum computers will use qubits 0, 1 or both of them simultaneously to run the machine faster. Classical computer operations are defined by Boolean algebra. Quantum computer operations are defined by linear algebra over Hilbert space and can be represented by unitary matrices with complex elements. So, a lot of mathematics will be involved here. Classical computer, no restriction exists on copying or measuring the signals. In quantum computers, severe restrictions exist on copying and measuring the signals. In classical computer, circuits are easily implemented in fast, scalable and macroscopic technologies such as CMOS. Quantum computer circuit must use microscopic techniques that are slow, fragile and not yet scalable. Example, NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance technique. So, these are some of the differentiating points between classical computer and quantum computer. So, we are at the end of session number 7 on quantum physics. In the last session, we discussed some of the applications. In fact, we have got introduced to these applications. We can explore these applications in the higher courses. So, I hope you must have liked this session. If you like this session, then you can subscribe to my channel so that you will be getting timely intimation of new videos uploaded to my channel. If you have any doubts, queries, feel free to contact me. So thank you once again for watching.